Hey friends, this is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading today. We are about 24 hours away from the eclipse, and the energy it's quiet, but I can feel that there is something brewing underneath this full moon coming up tomorrow on July 4th. So take it as it resonates, as we always say. I do think that it's really important to make ourselves comfortable. So I'm just going to shift my chair a little bit here. I've got my fuzzy blanket draped across me. So we're really going to settle in here for a good reading. Okay. So the reading today is called What is Their Next Move? All right. So what is their next move? And what are they thinking? What is your person thinking? And if you have more than one person, you can watch more than one pile. And with that being said, we have the yellow tea light for pile number 1, the purple tea light for pile number 2, and the blue tea light for pile number 3, okay? In the description box, you can click directly to your pile. Also, I will have a link to the extended reading, which will take you to the outcome, the deeper motivations, and we'll do a different tarot spread for that, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the piles. And we'll move the other piles aside. Eclipses are a really great time to fast, avoid being in public a lot, stay home, fast, drink your tea, get good sleep, get good rest, do some chanting, do some mantra, try to fast, 12 to 15 hours leading up to the eclipse if you're able to, or 24 hours before if you can. It's always hard for me to fast for a really long time, but I can do about 15 to 16 hours before I start getting real Taurus crabby. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and look at what their next move is, all right? So if you're here for pile number 1, you have the yellow tea light, okay? And you beautiful souls here, you are wondering what your person's next move is, all right, my pile number 1? So let's take a look at the oracle cards first. Okay, I'm gonna get them all out here, and then we will look at it in detail. Okay, so to start off with, your person is a little conflicted on what they should do. They've been hurt in the past, and sometimes they think that they're better off on their own than being with someone. I think they've had to do a lot of work to heal their heart. I think they're still healing their heart chakra. I can tell here that they're doing the right things to take care of themselves, to get freedom from some of these issues that have held them back in the past. I feel like your person could have lived their life in a lot of tension and had to deal with a lot of tension in their life, and therefore when it comes to relationships, work, etc., your person could feel like a lot of tension and a lot of stress, I do feel. But your person is feeling optimistic towards your connection. We have the Sun and we have Leo, I will. So I feel like your person is wanting to heal themselves. They're wanting to take action towards you. They're wanting to bring you into focus. They're wanting to bring your relationship into focus. They're wanting to possibly introduce you to some people in their life. If this is a first, if you guys are just kind of getting together and haven't been together for that long, they're proud of you. They think you're beautiful. They think you're gorgeous, and they're proud of you. And they want to introduce you to more people in their life, or they want to spend more time with you. They're practical. I also just got the word practical. So I think your person is practical and very self-directed. They could be an entrepreneur, but I feel like their next move is with I will here. If they've told you something that they're going to do, I feel like they are going to do it, okay? And, I feel like your person sometimes even though they're going through heartbreak and heartache, and they think sometimes they might be better off alone, or they might think that, oh, the connection isn't going anywhere, it's not worth it. They still want to come through with what they say they're going to do. I feel like this is a person who, sometimes it does what they say because they don't want to be perceived as coming back on their word, that they, even if they're not feeling it, and even if they don't feel like doing something, they'll do it anyway because they do feel a responsibility for the things that they say that they're going to do, right? So I think this person's next move is to, they want to spend time with you. They want to enjoy time with you. They probably want to take some time off work and go on vacations and take care of themselves. They might want to have a massage with you, or go to get like a professional massage. They might realize that they need a break, right? That they need a break. They need to let their heart heal. For some of you here, this person might feel like they're going to take a break for a little bit. Like you might be thinking, is this person going to take a break from our connection? I feel like they've already taken the break though, you guys. I feel like they have taken the break, and there's been pauses, and there's been pauses in this connection. And so you're kind of like, is this how it's always going to be? Are they always just going to, take a break and just kind of like, not be around? And your person's like, no, they're just very serious about what they commit to. I feel they're very serious about what they commit to. And so they don't want to make promises that they can't keep. That's their vibe. And we have the song Secular Love here by the Casket Girls. It's a fantasy. Will there ever be a you and me? Hold your tongue and let me live in eternal mystery. Up above on heaven's trail, stairways, bridges, and doors, and the key to my heart is yours. So there might not be a whole lot of communication right now. Like communication might be tough. We have hold your tongue and let me live in eternal mystery. So your person could be like off hiking, off camping, off doing things, off traveling, off visiting relatives, and etc. And you might not have seen them for a while. And so with this Sun and Leo energy here, they are going to become a lot more, I feel they're going to become a lot more vitalized towards the connection. All right. Like if the connection was lacking energy and it wasn't really, felt like it was going anywhere in the past, I do see that this person is wanting to move towards you, because you see this wheel here and this person, and it's like they're moving, right? So in the past, they might not really been moving their ass because they have freedom, better off. So they could have been questioning, like, am I just better off without this, having anyone in my life, because they were so hurt in the past. But I think that they're, I think they're willing to, to see how it goes with you. And they are going to experience more energetic flow with this connection, I feel, okay? So that's the oracle cards, but let's get into what their next move is here with the tarot, okay? So what is pile number one's person next move towards them? I feel like the sun was very positive along with Leo. Your person could be a Leo or a fire sign. I feel like they want to make positive movements towards you. I just saw 3:11 on the clock, so that's a good number. All right, some people might like the band 3:11. Which if anyone does, leave a comment. That's a very old 90s band. But yeah, so your person, with the sun there, they're a little confusing though. I think they're still healing their heart from some things in the past. So what is their next move? All right, let's see. What is pile number one's person's next move here? Strength. There you go. It's Leo. Somebody here's a Leo for sure. I think your person is overcoming things from the past that hurt them, because we have shattered, chaos, and damaged here. So I think your person is overcoming hardships of the past, and they're wanting to show you that they have staying power, and that they are, honorable, and that they're able to, show up and be there for you. All right. So we have Ace of Swords. They're going to communicate with you for sure. If communication, like I said before in the reading, you know, your person might have been, you know, off doing other things, being a citizen of the world, and might have thought, oh, you know, I'm not really in contact. Does he or she feel like they're better off without me? So I think your person wants to communicate with you. I feel like they've had to get themselves, you know, under control before they come to communicate with you, because it's like, I get the feeling that they were a little, you know, discombobulated. And so they really needed to kind of get their house in order and stabilize before they could come and communicate to you. Yeah, the Emperor, they're going to feel confident. Your person's move to you is, their next move is they're going to feel confident. They're going to want to communicate with you. They're going to want to impress you. They're going to want to be stable. Like I said, they needed to stabilize themselves. Then I think they really needed to stabilize their thinking. I feel like your person could have had like a lot of feelings towards you and hasn't really had that many feelings towards someone in a while, right? I think this connection is kind of like waking them up here with the Sun card, with the double Sun card, because I feel like they haven't had a connection to someone like you. They haven't met someone like you before. And so they were kind of at a loss at first. Like, what do I even do with this? Is this a fantasy? Will there ever be a you and me? Hold your tongue and let me live in eternal mystery, right? So I definitely feel that there was a pause happening here, but with Strength, the Ace of Swords, and the Emperor, this person wants to take decisive action towards you and show that they're stable and they can provide structure. So if you weren't seeing this person very often, they're like, no, we're gonna see each other now. Yeah, the World card, we talk about Saturn, definitely feeling Saturn energy here with the Emperor, with the stability in the world. This person's like coming to offer you a lot, right? This person has a lot to offer as well, pile number one. If your instincts were telling you, oh, I think this person, you know, has quite a bit to offer, but they're moving so slowly or they're taking forever. Well, they're trying to heal this heart chakra, okay? And it could be, this adds up to a 9. So it could be in September, we're in July now, that things really become clear with this person, or this person could have a birthday in September and be a Virgo or a Libra, okay? But this person is mental, and it takes them a while to, when I say mental, not like crazy, but mental, like they have a lot of mental activity. But they want to, you know, bring a sense of completion to this. They don't want there to be all these questions, right? And to have things be unfocused. They really want to, you know, I see that they probably want to take you out, that they want to spend some money on you. Maybe this person was without a job, and so, or without a predictable income stream, and so they wanted to wait until they felt more Emperor-like, so that they could really approach you with a lot of confidence, maybe like they had in the past. So this Page of Cups, yeah, I feel like they want to, you know, start over. They want to start over, I feel like something happened where this person had to kind of dig deep and get their mind right, and then they need to communicate with you now. They're going to be stable. They're going to close the cycle. And then with the Page of Cups here, they want to start something new. Like, they're like, hey, I'm hearing your person say, like, can we just start over, right? Can we just start over? I know I messed up, right? I put everything on pause. I had all these doubts. I wasn't really giving you the attention that you needed here with the sun and Leo here. I feel like your person wasn't necessarily giving your connection the attention that it deserves, right? And so now I feel like, yeah, Ten of Cups just casually, just blah, 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 fell out of my hand there. And I feel like this is what it could be, like an accidental love situation here. I just saw the Fool. So I think this person wasn't really expecting, like, I think they were excited to meet you and they saw potential for the connection. But if you guys have had some time apart, I feel like they're like, okay, thanks, Spirit, I got the message. I'm supposed to go find this person, you know? I can't just sit here and wait forever to my ships to come in, because my person's not going to be single forever because they're a prize, right? So your person's like, I better move my ass. I better hop to it, right? As Technotronic would say, there's a dance floor, get on it, right? The world is the dancing woman. So your person is like, yeah, I better, there's the dance floor, I better get on it. And the Two of Cups is on the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, Queen of Wands, they're impressed with you. They do want to try to have something with you. They have a lot of hope and idealism and inspiration for this relationship. And I feel like they are like, I'm sorry. You know, it's almost like they're like, oh, you know, I'm sorry. Don't be defensive. Don't be mad at me. I'm sorry. I wasn't coming at you the right way. We have Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I do think this person is coming. Their next move is to come and talk to you in a positive way and say some things and also make it clear, like who they think. You know, nobody can essentially tell you who you are, pile number one, but I feel like this person's going to tell you, look, I wasn't sure when we met. I'm still going through things, and they still could be going through some stuff, right? And I don't think this person's like, yeah, it's total, like, I'm going to marry you tomorrow. I don't think you guys are at that phase, but I think your person's going to come and tell you, hey, I see who you are. Like, you're awesome. You're amazing. I've been thinking about you a lot, and I want to see you again, and I want to spend more time with you, and I want to talk to you. And I'm sorry if I acted like a buffoon, Five of Swords, right? I'm sorry if I acted like a buffoon. I feel like your person has a lot of things to say to you, and they've been kind of silent. So I do feel like they're going to come towards you with compliments. And we have the Sun. They're going to come through as healing. Yeah, they're like, your person's like, not only are you, pile number one, super creative, you're also very interesting, you're very dynamic, you're very smart, you know, and I can see you present kind of a moving target for your person as well. And they present a moving target for you too. And I feel like you guys are evenly matched in that way. Your person's coming through as the Emperor and you're coming through as the Magician. So your person's like, shit, I haven't seen this before. You know, I think you're a very unique person to them. And also pile number one, they haven't even scratched the surface with you. They really haven't. They have not. A lot of this has been going on in their head and they haven't really brought it down to reality here. And so yeah, the Empress, your person's like, oh my God, like look at how they see you. 10 of Cups, Queen of Wands, the Magician, and the Empress. I feel like they're holding you on a pedestal a little bit, and they could be worried about if they're good enough for you. And that could be what, you know, getting this mind under control was about. Yeah, your person's like, I don't know, you know, like, I don't look as fresh as you do. My clothes aren't as nice as you. I don't have as much money as you. I'm not as, you know, and they've had to get rid of some of these thoughts because it's wearing them down. You're not going to put the Empress with the Four of Pentacles. It just doesn't work, okay? It's not fun. It's not cool. It's not interesting. It's boring, right? And your person may be behaving like, you know, a boring Capricorn or a boring earth sign, like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Hey, I'm an earth sign. I'm not trying to diss the earth signs, but sometimes they can be very focused on the material. You go into their houses and they have like one piece of furniture and nothing else. And you're like, are you serious? Really? You gave no thought to your environment? So, I mean, you guys are very different, and your person knows they have to step up their game. It's like, look, if you want to hang with a hero like the Empress, you can't come in like a zero. You got to come in like an emperor, because the Emperor and the Empress are divine counterparts, right? So this person is having to step up their game and show you what they're made of, okay? And so I asked, how is your person going to step up their game? Well, first of all, with the Two of Pentacles, I think they're going to show you how versatile they are, how many things they do, how many hobbies and interests they have, to show you, look, I'm a dynamic person. They can see you're dynamic. So they're like, okay, I'm going to show her or him that I'm dynamic. But I think that they're going to, you know, I think they're going to try to distract you a little bit, because I can see, pile number one, you're very focused on your growth, your meditation, your spirituality, your future, etc., putting down your own roots. And this person's going to be like, can I just distract you for 5 minutes? Is that cool? I think they're going to try to get in there and bring an offer to help you with something possibly. And then they're going to try to show that they have a lot of versatility and that they can count on you, or you can count on them for a lot of different things. Like maybe you need some help with your technology, or maybe you need some help with painting a wall in your house. I don't know. I'm just thinking of things, guys. There could be so many situations. It's a general reading, right? But they want to just come and maybe help you with a chore, help you get something done. They don't want to disrupt you either, no matter what. They don't want you to see them as someone who disrupts your flow, okay? Because you are the Queen of Wands, the Magician, the Empress, right? So they don't want to disrupt your flow. They just want to add to your world and be there for you and show that they are very versatile and can keep up with you, all right? Do you guys remember that song by Destiny's Child? Can You Keep Up? I think it's a song called Lose My Breath. But anyway, your person's like, or you're saying to your person, can you keep up? All right. So let's get a couple messages from your person here. Couple messages, Spirit. You have made me feel so much. I am just blown away by you. Yeah, like I said, Queen of Wands, the Magician, the Empress, they're like, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I better get control of myself. I better communicate. I better show up like an emperor. They're like, whoa, okay, all right. I think they've had a bit of an attitude adjustment when it comes to you at the end of the day here. You are everything right in this world. Yeah, your person's like, and we have empath on the bottom of the deck. Some of you could be empaths or be very sensitive. And your person's like, oh man, you're everything right in this world. And look, here's the world and the dancing woman, right? So they're just blown away by you. So they need to stop acting like a curmudgeon, and they need to get with the program here and step up as an emperor, right? Move their ass. And they have every intention of doing that, I see here with Spirit. And with the number 1 here, I mentioned September as being applicable, but I'm also seeing August as well, because we have Leo and 1 + 7 is 8, and then July plus 1 more month is August. So I'm looking at August and September as being more of a solidifying time for this connection. August and September, all right? So as being a more solidifying time where you guys really start to figure out what this connection is about. So if you'd like, join me in the extended reading and we will go into your person's deeper emotions, where they're coming from, and what's the outcome of this, okay? So with that being said, we're gonna close out. We are going to close it out for pile number 1. Okay, and you guys have the yellow. Let's get myself organized. And let's get ready for pile number 2, okay? So pile number 2, so many decks around me. What do we do with all these decks? All right, so pile number 2, we have the purple tea light. For you beautiful individuals who chose pile number 2, the purple tea light, what is their next move? All right, so let's take a look. Let's look at the oracle cards. And I want to mention too, if you guys want to join me in the extended reading, click the link below as we'll find out outcome, deeper thoughts and emotions, etc. Okay, so let's just start then. We have Saturn, truth, Gemini, I think. All right, I'm gonna get all the cards out here. Ooh, oh damn guys. Damn. Oh, pile number 2. Woo. All right. What is your person's next move? Well, I think you guys have been in some, major, I'm like, whoa, I think you guys have been in some major discussions and talks and possibly fights. We have wars and battles here. And this reduces to a 7, which is Libra energy. We also have Gemini, so this could be an air sign reading here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But This person has been, their next move is they're trying to get their thoughts together and they're trying to think about what is the truth in this situation. And I think they're trying to determine here if you're the one for them, because I have Higher Love by Steve Winwood. I could light up the night with my soul on fire. I could make the sun shine from pure desire. Let me feel the love coming over me. Let me feel how strong it could be. Where is that higher love I keep thinking of? So I think your person is thinking of a higher love and is thinking of transcending all this other stuff, because they got some real shit going on in their mental body right now. And I think that you guys have had some fights. You guys have had some misunderstandings, and the communication has been challenging. I also think the communication, how people will say things and it's really cutting and it's not very tactful, and they'll be like, well, I'm just telling you the truth, right? Okay. I think your person is needing a lesson, or reverse it as it goes, pile number 2. This could be you too as well. Both of you are engaging maybe in this dynamic, but it's like, well, this person really holds truth to be, and truth, right, is subjective. What's true for us is not always true for other people. And if your person's trying to force their worldviews on other people or trying to control the dialogue here, and just saying things in a very cutting way that you're like, geez, why do I need friends when I have, or why do I need an enemy when I have a friend like you? It's like, gee, So I think this person, the way that they communicate to you can be very challenging, because they're like, I'm just hitting you with the truth. And you're like, all right, whatever. That's kind of a misuse of the throat chakra, to be talking that way. So, and we have curses here. So I definitely feel that this could be something that you guys have, your relationship could have felt like this was part of it, like somehow from the beginning, just kind of like verbally off. Thinking is off a little bit. We also see here that there's just been some battles. You guys have gone through some battles here, and you guys, because we have kept promises and vows here, I do feel like for this pile, it could be people that are in a relationship, people that are either married or going through divorce, or people that are, have been with someone for a really long time and maybe the connection's fizzled out and you're asking about an ex. I am getting this vibe from this pile, because I do feel like there were some things that have been said here that, are not great. And I feel like this person has put their head over their heart, and hasn't communicated from their heart, and instead trying to get the last word, trying to get one over, trying to jump in, right? Like that, communicating very compulsively instead of really thinking about what they're saying. And I can see that they want to be more restrained in the way that they speak to you, right? We'll find out more details, but I think their higher self wants to be, more mature, more grounded, more stable, right? More like they want to learn their lesson and think about things in a more slower and rational way. I feel like your person is understanding that their way of communicating is not really helping anything here. It's not like creating good vibes, right? And it's actually like, we have ghosting you here. So, he or she could have ghosted you. You could have ghosted them. You could have ghosted each other. Just like, whatever. Like, you suck at communicating. I'm out, right? And then we have revengeful here. So, like I said, somebody's communication has been very, rough, very rough. And I think you're starting to see through what this is, and that, how this person operates and the way that they talk. I feel like sometimes it can be a little bit manipulative too, because your person's like, where's that higher love I keep thinking of, right? And thinking they might try to put things on you in conversation and go, well, that was your fault, right? But it takes two, guys, right? It takes two to tango. So their next move, I feel like, is wanting to be more restrained in conversation and to actually think through things before they open their mouth, all right? I think it's all you can do, pile number 2, to just walk away from them and leave them, because you're like, I don't need to put up with this. And I think you're feeling pretty pissed off about this style of communication and what's been happening in the relationship, okay? So with that being said, let's look at the tarot cards and see what the tarot has to say. And if that doesn't resonate for you, you can always click another pile, because pile number 1 was completely different than that. And I'm sure pile number 3 will be as well. Okay, so what is their next move? Let's look at it here. I feel like Spirit wants me to ask, why are they communicating this way? All right, so let's ask that. Spirit, why is pile number 2's person communicating this way? Reversed Hermit. So, you know, I think that they just get irritable too when they... First of all, they can be immature with the reversed Hermit, and I think they get very irritable when they don't have enough alone time. And so they probably need, you know, time where they can just decompress and be by themselves, so that they're, but I do also see here, they're kind of out of their depth with you, I feel like too. Like you could be a deeper person than them. You could be more thoughtful about your communication. And so they're a little out of their depth, which is, you know, that's frustrating. That's really frustrating. 10 of Cups reversed. So I do feel like this person is blocking their own happiness by, you know, not maturing in this area of their life. And they don't really, you know, they can really ruin a good thing with their attitude and their comments and the way that they talk. I get that this person kind of pressures you in conversation too. Yeah, they could be, you could wonder if they're thinking about someone else. We've got the Queen of Wands here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If that's you, then, you know, you're on their mind. But if that's not you, I feel like this could be someone else, you know, like that they feel like, oh, maybe the grass could be greener or something if I didn't have to deal with this. I feel like your person gets like very fatalistic about things. Like they're just like, nothing's ever gonna work out, so who cares, right? I think they get like that sometimes. Yeah, why don't I just walk away? 8 of Cups, I'm just gonna walk away because I'm pissed, right? So I feel like your person has these tendencies and they kind of sabotage their own happiness. They don't really sit with their own wisdom. They don't really, if you're the Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius here, they're not really honoring you. It's like, what do? Expect you to carry this whole thing? You to make everything right? You know, their angels are like, kind of like pissed and laughing at them in a way. Like, I don't think so, you know? So yeah, I get that your person has this, you know, like they think the grass is greener, like they could just walk away. Reversed Empress, yeah, they could make you feel like you have low worth and low self-value because the way they talk to you and treat you. Also, if you're a wife or a mother to them, they could think about stepping out. They could think about the grass is greener. They could also put you in a position of feeling like you're just not in your power as a wife or a mother or a husband or a partner. Like they could just make you feel like, ugh, you know. I think these fights have really lowered both of your self-esteem a lot, right? And I think it started out really good, pile number 2. Like, I think it was good. Like, you guys both wanted to be together. You both wanted victory together. You wanted to collaborate together. You wanted to have fun together. And it kind of just downgraded. It's like when everything got serious and push came to shove, like everything all of a sudden turned to shit. And there could be financial pressures here too as well, pile number 2, that have caused some of this. But yeah, there's just, you know, there's some energy here. So let's see what their next move is. What is pile number 2's person's next move here? What is their next move? Okay, so they want to have victory. They want to move on. I can see them being like, you know, maybe they just are like, let's just, you know, wave the white flag, bygones be bygones. Let's just move on from this. Let's just get through it. I feel like they kind of just want to like be done with the arguing and the fighting. But do they really want to address the deeper issues here? Let's look at that, because I feel like they just want to win you back. It's not necessarily about addressing the deeper issues, but let's see. Yeah, 8 of Wands reversed. I saw that earlier when I was shuffling. I don't think they want to have like true talks with you. I think they're just like let's, you know, like maybe you guys have commitments or children or a house together or an apartment together. So they're like, let's just, you know, I don't want to live in disharmony, and I want things to go back to the way that they were with us. So let's just, you know, kind of push everything under the rug and just kind of like close our eyes and just, you know, hurry up and be done with this. And the angels are like, no, 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 no. Okay. Yeah. And I really see you being like, no, wait a second, with the high priest here. You're like, back the fuck up. It's not gonna, you know, I can see here, like, you may be a Taurus or an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but you're holding your ground. You're like, no, 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 no. Remember when you tried to leave me for that other person? Remember when you devalued me? Remember when you told me you were going to walk away from me, etc.? Remember when I wanted to walk away from you because you weren't loving me the way I needed to be loved and I felt very unsatisfied with you? Remember that time? Yeah, we need to talk about that, okay? So I see you're pointing up to the Queen of Wands. So either this person wasn't loving you and acknowledging you and giving you the attention that you needed, or their attention was on somebody else, okay? So I can feel your energy in this pile number 2 that you're like, no, you're not going to let this person get away that easy. Reverse 10 of Pentacles. So this could be, this was flying out of my hand. It was upright. It was reversed. I feel like your relationship is in the balance right now. And if you guys have a more formal, traditional relationship, like commitments, etc., this situation right now, your relationship could be hanging in the balance because of this situation, okay? And it's not a joke. It's not funny. And, you know, if this person threatens to leave a lot and is like, I'm just going to go then, like, you are not having it anymore. You are calling this person out. And you're not going to be putting up with their crap anymore, okay? And on multiple levels, I feel like here. Especially sexually for some of you guys too. Like, look at your sexual dynamics in this relationship because this looks messed up sexually. Yeah, Page of Cups reversed. It's like, where's the love? You know, where's the collaboration? Where's the friendship? Where's the love? And I want you guys to ask yourself that, pile number 2. Ask yourself, where's the love? Do I feel loved? Do I feel held? Do I feel cared for? Do I feel like I can be vulnerable around this person? Do I feel like my emotions are respected? Do I feel respected sexually? Do I feel respected as a man or a woman standing in my power? If your answer to that is no, then the answer to this whole mess here is no, okay? So their next move, I feel, is to come to you and tell you, like, hey, everything's all good. Like, let's just sweep it under the rug. Let's just forget about it. Like, let's not keep talking about it, but let's just forget about it and keep moving forward, right? And you're like revengeful down here. And you're like, no, you know, I don't want to sweep it under the rug. And you're thinking about leaving this person, ghosting you. This person, I feel, is underneath it, trying to figure out how to talk to you and how to get back to how things were before, like maybe when you guys were younger. I feel like this person is being tested right now big time by Saturn. Like, they're not able to get away with things like they were in the past. And they're really having to think about the way that they analyze situations here, because they realize on some level they're fucking things up, okay? And I think they are scared to have you just completely walk away and leave them. But the problem is you're not willing to accept anymore, like what they've been giving you, okay? So I think that's the problem here. Let's get a couple messages, and then when we get into the extended reading, which you can click on below, we'll find out what's next for you in love, what's the outcome of this situation, and what their deepest feelings and fears are, okay? So we'll get deeper into it here, but let's get a message. I sense something pushing us back to one another. Yeah, so your person's your person's a little sneaky. They're like, I sense there's something bringing us back together, right? And you're like, I don't know about that. I mean, we got to really stop and think here. And your person loves your cute little laugh and your smiles and your smirks. Okay. And then I don't know why I keep pushing you away. I'm sorry. This message, I feel, is your cute little laugh. I don't feel that great about that message. I kind of feel like They're being kind of like there, pat on the head, like just appease you, say something to make you feel good. But the real message here is, I don't know why I keep pushing you away. I'm sorry, because this person does push you away. They self-sabotage here with the Hermit and the Ten of Cups reverse. They have a habit of self-sabotaging and just wanting to sweep things under the rug and offer some compliment. And you're like, no, that's not going to fix everything, okay? So with that, pile number 2, that doesn't feel like the end of your reading. Please join me on the extended reading if you'd like me to go into more detail there, because we can certainly do that. And we definitely will, okay? So thank you so much, pile number 2. And you guys had the purple tea light. Okay, so next, moving into the beautiful pile number 3s. And you guys chose the blue tea light, okay? So we're asking, what is their next move, all right? What is pile number 3's next move? And we've got some oracle cards here. If you're interested, you can click on the extended reading below in the description box, which will take you to outcome, more spreads. We're going to go into deeper detail and find out their feelings and your feelings. It's going to be a real hootenanny, okay? So let's check. I don't know why I said that. I haven't said that word in a long time. Maybe some of you are country. Okay, so we have the blue tea light, and we have solar eclipse. All right, well, we just had a solar eclipse a couple weeks ago, so that's interesting. What is their next move? All right. Fumbling towards ecstasy. Drama. Are they really your friends? Soulmates? Secret lover. Okay. Ghosts, fear, ego, and drama. Ooh, you guys. Pile number 3. Oh boy, all the piles are different, so they all have different feelings and different energies associated with them. But I do feel like your person thinks about escaping from this connection and going away with a secret lover. Now, maybe you are this person's secret lover. Maybe this person is married or with someone else. You know, this could be a situation where you want to take off and be with someone else, but you can't for certain practical reasons, etc. But you're thinking of ditching all of that, and you want to, you know, you don't want to feel like you're in prison, right? And I think your person doesn't want to feel like they're in prison either. I think their next move here is to kind of perform a disappearing act, you guys. And, you know, the solar eclipse is when the sun is hidden, okay? And the moon eclipses the sun. And so, you know, the moon or the sun is traditionally the masculine energy. So it could be that the masculine is, you know, wanting to disappear here. We have 12th house, escape. So some of you could be Pisces. Some of you could be wondering, like, oh, we went out for drinks, we had fun, etc. There was, you know, chemistry. I felt like something was going on here. And then this person just kind of ghosts or disappears. And, you know, you're kind of left wondering, what the hell? Why? You know, why not just say what's going on? And this person could have issues with saying how they feel, and they could get really wrapped up in their ego. I'm not feeling like that this person's like, you know, a bad human being or anything like that. I'm just feeling like they don't really know what they're doing, and they get lost a lot, and so they fumble and they make mistakes. And unfortunately, it hurts others, right? Unfortunately, it does hurt others. And I feel like, you know, like your friends could be looking at this connection like, WTF, really? Really? This is who you're gonna pick? And you're like, what? You know? So they're like, really? You guys have been back and forth? Or maybe this is someone new and your friends are like, I don't like that. You know, when you tell them about something that happened during the connection. I feel like you guys had very strong sexual passion and chemistry together, but it's like, what else is there here? And what else do you have in common? I feel like your person is being very mysterious. We have ghost, and then we have fear, ego, and drama, right? And then we have drama here too. So there's 2 dramas here. You both could be like kind of just non-committal and kind of like just 2 fishes swimming in opposite directions, which is the symbol for Pisces. I'm seeing Pisces and Virgos and Aquarius is here, Gemini's here as well, Sagittarius is possibly. So yeah, I think, you know, both of you don't want to be hemmed in, and both of you I don't see either one of you. Like, I feel like you both want to find a soulmate and be with someone, but I feel like, you know, your person is possibly avoidant attachment. And for those of you that don't know what that is, you can Google it. There's different attachment styles, and there's one called avoidant attachment, right? So they just kind of avoid things, and they're emotionally unavailable, and they don't like to depend on anybody, and they don't really want to connect too deeply. And I feel like, you know, they want to have a sexual connection, and I feel like underneath it all, they want to be loved. We have soulmates here because everybody wants to be loved, right? But this person also just has this habit of kind of flaking out, and so I think their next move is they're flaking a little bit here. But I do have some hope, because we have Fumbling Towards Ecstasy, right, by Sarah McLachlan, and it says, all the fear has left me now. I'm not frightened anymore. It's my heart that pounds beneath my flesh. It's my mouth that pushes out this breath. And if I shed a tear, I won't cage it. I won't fear love. Okay, Fumbling Towards Ecstasy. So your person could be trying to get through like the petty dramas in their mind and the mind games and just overthinking things. If your person's playing mind games with you, that is not cool. They need to communicate clearly and honestly. But I think they're a little confused. They're trying not to be in fear, but I do feel like this person is in fear. And I do think that there is some danger here from either one of you, that you could possibly ghost one another, okay? And this could just be like a sex connection and nothing more, all right? And that happened, and I feel like there is potential here though, you guys. With soulmates, there's potential here. But people can't be letting their egos and, you know, their BS and all of that getting in the way, and their fears getting in the way, because it ruins things, right? And things become hidden, and then we never really know the truth of things, right? And so I feel like that's kind of what's happening right now. I feel like your person's trying to decide, like, should I go down this road with you, pile number 3, or am I just gonna flake off here? Or fuck off here. I don't know what they're gonna do, but let's take a look at the tarot and see, okay? I mean, people always have free will. Even if I'm making predictions on the tarot, this is a reading at 3:49 p.m. on July 3rd. And so, you know, somebody could change their mind, and certainly with the energy of the moon, if there's any Cancers here, that, you know, Cancers change their mind I'm a moon in Cancer, so I know. But Cancers change their mind a lot. So, you know, your person could be like that. They could change their mind a lot. Like one minute being like, yeah, I just saw the Chariot. One minute being like, it's over. And the next minute being like, this is the most amazing thing ever, right? So I think your person needs to stabilize out a little bit emotionally, and put some actual effort into this connection. Because right now they're, you know, in jeopardy of becoming a ghost, all right? So let's see, what is your person's next move here? What is piled? And they don't want to say what their next move is. They want to like wriggle out of it and be like, no, I'm not telling you. But too bad, pile number 3's person. What is your next move? What is your next move here? Okay, 8 of Cups. I feel like if you put pressure on this person, pile number 3, they're gonna just kind of walk away, all right? This is a person who's sensitive and who doesn't really like conflict, but somehow finds themselves in conflict, and they just kind of run away and ghost when it comes up, I feel like. So, and they could have fears, you know, about the future and what relationships hold for them in the future. So I think you have to be a little careful if you don't want this person to walk away, because they easily get turned around, I feel like. Like there'll be one day they're like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then they're like, no, I'm not, okay? 5 of Pentacles, what's their next move? They're like, you know, they're being a little depressing here. They might feel like if they stick around with you that they're going to bring you down and bring them down, and it's just going to be bad vibes. So they're probably just like, you know what, I'm gonna, this person might have an idea of like leaving this situation with you out in the cold, just letting it go, not taking the cup, being stubborn about it. But, what is their next move? This person is not, so they are in their head and they are being very stubborn with this Four of Pentacles right here. But Spirit is like, I'm sorry to say this, guys, fuck you, pile number 3's person. They're like, you better wake up and smell the roses, okay? So they get very like stubborn and very focused on their own view, and they're just like, everything's horrible, right? But Spirit is blowing the trumpet here on the Judgment card and is saying, no, that isn't exactly what's happening here. You need to wake up. You need to see this connection for what it is. There is a lot of potential. There is a lot of chemistry and a lot of potential. We have the soulmate card here in this connection. And if you think you're just going to walk away from it and leave pile number 3 out in the cold, you are fucking yourself over, pile number 3's person. I'm sorry I'm swearing, but I have Temperance here on the bottom. So the angels are on it. The angels are like, no, that's not, they don't approve of your person's decision to just like walk away and kind of escape the situation here. So not everything is under your person's control. Some of this is divine intervention and divine timing, okay? So yeah, I think once they realize that like, a lot of their fears are kind of in their head, and a lot of the things that they've been worried about are just, illusions, right? I mean, solar eclipse happens. The moon is covering the sun, right? But the moon is a gazillion times smaller than the sun, okay? So it just looks like it because of the way that the moon is a lot closer to the earth than the sun. So I feel like your person needs to adjust their perspective, and they're going to get a cosmic, kick in the ass and a reboot here with Judgment, and they're going to realize their wish fulfillment is you. They're going to realize, like, what have I been doing here this whole time, just sitting on my ass, waiting for this situation to materialize? I better get on it, I better let go of my fears. I better move forward, right? So I feel like, cosmic justice is going to come into play here. King of Swords, and then they're going to be moving at you with the speed of light, and they're going to be willing to do the work with the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom here. They are going to move at you, all right? So I do think that they're going to get it going here. Now let's, because ultimately they see you as the star. You're the star of their world, you make the heavens and the earth. They, they see you as a provider, as a dynamic and creative person. So they're like, don't let the sun go down on me, right? Here's the sun and the Three of Swords. I think your person just has, they've been through hardships in the past. They've had some painful endings. Maybe you guys have had a painful interaction, and so they're a little gun shy, okay? But let's see, how are you going to feel about this, pile number 3? How does pile number 3 feel about all of this? Because, so far this is all about them. So pile number 3's feelings here. I think you're waiting for the communication. I think you want to communicate with this person. You're like, step it up, right? Page of Swords. So you could be kind of like waiting for the communication, spying on this person a little bit, but I do see you're open and willing to communicate here. So this sense that your person has that, oh, it's not worth it, and woe is me, and woe is us, and we might as well just give up. You're like, what are you talking about? Get it together. Yeah, get it together. The Emperor. You're like, no, that is not how it's gonna go. And I think you're very like determined about this connection. You're like, but you're also not taking any shit either. You're like, yeah, you better step up to me with confidence like an emperor, like you mean business, or, none of this Seven of Cups crap, right? I think you want clarity and you want firmness where there's just been blah, 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 airy fairy, nothing, okay? And I think that you're sick of it. You're sick of it, and you're like, not anymore, right? And so you're just waiting for the angels to come and wake this person up. right? You're Queen of Cups. You have been very patient, waiting for this person to realize that yes, you are their wish fulfillment. Yes, there's potential here. Yes, this could be a soulmate connection. Like, I feel like you've just been staring at your cup like, come on, you better materialize any day now, right? And your angels are like, don't worry, we got your back. Pile number 3, we got your back. We're watching over you. We're taking care of you. We're just adding the right amount of element here. Just a little bit of fire, just a little bit of water. We're just adding everything together for you. And you're like, well, get it mixed up because I'm getting sick of waiting, you know? So, yeah, you're like, if this person steps to me with any kind of weird energy, and it better be the 10 of Cups, right? This person better come at me like the 10 of Cups, or I'm not having it. I will chop someone's balls or ovaries off. Sorry if that triggered anyone, but but I feel like you mean business. Pile number 3, you're serious. You don't want to put up with this 7 of Cups garbage, and you don't want to put up with stupid communication or weird communication. I feel like you're not playing any games. You don't want your person to be playing any games. And I feel like your person is not meaning to do anything harmful. I feel like they just aren't sure. Okay, and they're overthinking things and they're making things up in their head and they're letting their fears get the best of them, okay? So let's get a couple messages here. You know, what would fix all of this would be communication, right? So we both have wounds we need to heal, all right? Sure, absolutely, pile 3. I'm sure you have your wounds as well, and the things you've been through. Root chakra, okay, so there's some grounding that would be really great for this connection. Fear, okay, like we talked about it, fear was a big message here. Your person has some fears. You might have struggled with your patience in this connection. It's good to get grounded and practice the techniques that will anchor you in the present moment, all right? So let's see, do you still love me? I feel like I'm losing you. So I feel like you both are asking that question right now. You're wondering, like, what's going on? Am I losing you? Is this going to move forward? What's happening here? I think you both are maybe a little nervous about that, but we will address that in the extended reading. If you want to click on the link below, we will go through these feelings and what's coming up for your person, and is that 10 of Cups around the corner for you, okay? So thank you so much, pile number 3. I hope everyone enjoyed their readings. Please like, share, and subscribe.